Okay, so in this video you will see what are the constructor in Java. So simply I'm going to create a class which is having the name constructor underscore dude, and inside this I'm having these members int value 1 and int value 2, and you must put the semicolon after if you are going to define any variables, so you must put the semicolon here in case of Java, right? So after that, now I'm going to define the default constructor, means there will be no parameters in the inside the parenthesis, and value 1 is simply this default constructor is simply used to assign the values to the variables, right? Or you can say the data members. So value 1 is assigned value 10 and value 2 is assigned value 20. Now after that I'm printing the value system dot out dot println, which is used to print the values, or you can print anything. Here I'm printing a string inside first constructor because I'm using three constructor here. So this is the default constructor, and here the opening parenthesis and then closing curly brackets, and sorry, that was the opening curly brackets. Okay, so constructor, one more constructor means if you are going to create the constructor, the name of the class and the name of the constructor will be the same. So here also the name was same, and I'm going to create one more constructor which will be having a parameter, means this is the parameterized constructor. Okay, so there is a parameter int a, which is a new variable which is initialized inside here. There is no a before that, and value 1 which I'm using from this again, and now I'm assigning a new value a, and again I'm writing a string inside the second constructor. Third is, again I'm having a constructor having two parameters, means you can have any number of parameters inside the parentheses in case of constructor. So here I'm using two parameters. Value 1 is assigned A and value 2 is assigned B, and system.output println is printing this line inside the third constructor. Okay, so now I'm using a normal method which is going to display the values, and as you can see it is public not static, means you need to create an object to access this method. If it was static, means it can be called without creating a object, right? So now inside this main method I'm going to create the constructor object. Means constructor actually means whenever you are going to create any object of this class, name of the class is constructor underscore dude. If you are going to create any object at that time, the constructor will be called, means it will simply run even if you have not called it, or even if you have not um, written any name or anything. But if I have wrote this line and I'm going to create constructor of this class, first d1 is a new object, and to create a new object of any class you have to write the name of the class and name of the object which is new. You can write anything here, so I write d1, and then new is a keyword which is used to create the new object, and then the name of the class again. But as I'm going, and now simply if you are going to create a simple object, you just forget these part. Then you just have to write the name of the class and then simply put the parenthesis, which means you have created a constructor, oh sorry, an object. And if you are not going to define this part, every time you create an object, the compiler will automatically create a constructor. So here I have defined myself the default constructor, so it is going to execute this part, and as I have defined this part, means it is going to print this. Now in the second line I have wrote this, means one more object d2, you can select any name for that, and d2 is a new object, and now inside this, it is not the default constructor, I just wrote 30. This came automatically, means a is somewhere defined inside this constructor which is having only one parameter. So now it is showing that the value of a is 30, and whenever I'm going to create this object, means I'm calling this one, because this constructor is having one parameter. Okay, so when this is line is created, or you can say I wrote this line, and when it is going to execute, this particular part will be executed, means it is going to write inside the second constructor. And now the third one, again I created one more object, and now I'm going to pass two values 30 and 40. These a and b automatically showing up, and because as I pass two values, these will be replaced by a and b, and this time when d3 object is created, this particular constructor is called, and these values will be assigned first, means value 1 will be having the value 30, and value 2 will be having 40. And if you see the previous case, the constructor with having the one parameter, if you see I just passed one value 30, right? So value 1 is having the value uh, the value 1 will be having value 30. Okay, we will see that when the output will be printed. Anyways, so now for each object d1, d2, d3, display function is called. As I told you, the public method can be called when you are going to use it with the objects. So d1, d2, d3 are the objects, so I can use the display function here. So for each object I call the same function, and you can call it as many times as you want, right? So let's run this now. It was building. Okay, so first, when I created these objects 1 2 3, for each object, each constructor it called, and for the first one this part is printed, and for the second one this part is printed, and then third one this part is printed. And then I called the display method, and display method is simply printing the value 1 and value 2. So if you see for the d1, we were not having any values, so it was no, we assign the values, right? So inside this we assign the values, value 1 is 10 and value 2 is 20. So these values are also assigned when this function is called. And when I'm going to, first I use display method for the d1. So d1, for the d1 the values are value 1 is 10 and value 2 is 20. So value 1 and value 2 is printed 10 and 20. And in the second case, d2 display method, so in case of d2, the value 1 is assigned a new value which is a, which is 30. So but we are not having any value for the value 2. So in this case, as you can see, the class is not having any value, because these are just you can say not initialized with any value, right? Simply the variables are initialized, no assigned any value. So in this case only value 1 is having value 30. So in this case the value of 2 is 0. It will be taking the default value which is 0 here. And for the constructor d3, for the object d3, the values of a and b are 30 and 40. And as you can see inside the constructor, I have given the value 1 is 30, which is replaced by a, and value 2 is 40, which is replaced by b. So now if I'm going to call the display method, it will print the value 1 is equal to 30 and value 2 is 40. So this is how the constructor can be defined by user, and you can pass any number of parameters, but you must define a default constructor first, because if you are going to create an object, simply a object, and you are not passing any parameters, in that case there must be a default constructor. Okay,